So if we live under a great artist, the minute we get involved with this great artist, we don't become a great artist ourselves. We have to go through training. After training, we can become a great artist. So when we come under the influence or the tutelage of a great artist, we trust the great artist, we surrender ourselves to the great artist. So whatever instructions the artist tells us to do, we will do it. Why? By surrendering to the artist, we are opening up the artist in all of us, in ourselves. Why? We have that potential, but we don't know what to do yet. We don't know how to prepare the canvas. We don't know the symmetry of the human body. We need to learn about background. We need to learn about colors and mixing, acrylics, oil, water. We need to learn the basis from all of that. So once we surrender ourselves to an artist, rather than losing freedom, we gain freedom. Why? In discovering the artist in ourselves. Similarly, how do we discover the artist in ourselves when we surrender? Because when we surrender to the tutelage of the artist, and we agree with whatever the artist, what this lady artist is teaching us, what she's teaching us, her experience, her knowledge, her art, when we learn, we become our own artist. Why? She's passing knowledge to us. So if we fight along the way, we don't do our homework, we're not respectful to her knowledge. Respectful means we just, whatever she teaches, we don't want to listen. Then we won't become an artist ourselves. And if we do, it will be a very long, hard journey. So, submission to a guru, when we take refuge, is not some haphazard, groupie, hippie type of, you lose all sense of what I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do, what I can and what I cannot do. It's not that at all. When you submit to a guru, there's an outer physical practice of taking care of the guru's needs. Example, food, lodging, clothing. Why? So that the guru can focus 100% on teaching, explaining, and doing his job. But that is not really guru devotion. That is not really being devoted to the guru. If we live 100 miles away, 100 kilometers away, whatever, and we would like to help our guru, we would like to do some paperwork, we like to do some administrative work, and we like to, and our intent is there, but we can't due to geological differences. Different geographies. We're in another country, another city. We're away. It is not we're breaking our guru commitment. We're physically not able to. Since we're not physically able to, we don't break any guru commitment vows with 50 verses of guru devotion. What happens is real guru devotion is not about massaging, giving money, giving lodging, giving food, or taking care of the guru. Those are just beginning steps that the guru uses to train up your mind. What real guru devotion is keeping your commitments. That is real guru devotion. So if you've taken higher initiations and you have to do your talk every 2 weeks and you do it, that is guru devotion. If you have sworn not to be irresponsible, to work your load and to do your load and to push your own load and to do your work and not leave it for others because it creates them to be unhappy and untrusting, and you do it, that is guru devotion. A real guru is not looking for service. A real guru is not looking for material advancement. A real guru is not looking for praise. A real guru is looking for your spiritual advancement. When you engage in your meditations, contemplations, when you engage in study and learning, when you engage in class and reading, that is guru devotion. That is. In the 50 verses of guru devotion, it says, if I step on my guru's shadow, it will be very heavy consequences like stepping on a stupa. We don't need to fear those things. We don't need to fear. Why is that there? It is to create awareness. The reason we respect our guru, the reason why we listen to our guru, and the reason why we do what our guru has taught us is not to become a slave. It is after years of checking our guru. You see, years or months or decades of checking a guru is dependent on the student's level and interaction. If the student meets the guru or the teacher once a year, it's take a few years to check out the person. It's going to take a few years. It's not something blind. A person has a title, wears robes, or sits on a big throne doesn't mean they're a qualified person. How to distinguish a qualified teacher? If you don't have the necessities or you don't have the tools to check, if you're not a biophysicist, you cannot check out another biophysicist. But what you need to relate to is the guru kind? Is the guru patient? Does the guru speak in such a way that touches your heart? Do you feel that the instructions that the guru gives you is sound? And what the guru gives you, do you feel that you can be inspired to practice? That would be very good for someone at our level at this time. And real guru devotion is not about service. It is not about massaging or living nearby or doing this work. That is just peripheral. Real guru devotion is transforming your mind. Real guru devotion is when no one is watching you. You break your habituation and do the right thing. When someone is watching you and to avoid embarrassment and criticism, you do the right thing. When someone is not watching you and you avoid criticism and you don't care because you've committed. And it's very hard to break your habit, but you force and you commit and you push yourself to break your habit. That is guru devotion. Why is that guru devotion? Why? Because by doing that, you go on the journey of finding the real guru in yourself. Clear, conscious, aware, focused mind. That is the reason we take a guru. That is the reason. For example, there are some teachers who teach thousands and thousands of people. There is no way that one person can have interaction with every single person in the audience. No way. But then how to check? We can listen to the other students. We can check the actions of the other students. Are the actions of the other students kind? Are they helpful? Are they generally nice people? What's the atmosphere? We can feel by that. We all have feelings. We're very sensitive people. That's one. Number two, if we're not able to check our guru directly, then we listen to our guru's words, writings, talks, speeches, tapes, to listen to what he teaches. I'm sure many teachers have given thousands and thousands of hours of teachings on many subjects. We check that. Does it apply to us? Do we find it useful? Does it touch our heart? Does it inspire us to transform? Does it inspire us to change? And that would be all right. So, if we can be of service to our guru, it is not the person you're focusing on. People feel, when I take this person as my guru, I have to please them. I have to be a slave. I have to do whatever they say. That is not the right attitude. That's an attitude of fear. That's not the right attitude. When we take someone as our guru, when we take someone as our teacher, this person has a responsibility to share the Dharma with us. With no ulterior motive of getting something back. This person shares the Dharma tirelessly, with a lot of effort, patiently, again and again and again, with a lot of compassion and with your salvation, your benefit in mind. This is what a guru is about. A guru that studied more, has put in more hours and more years and more time into his practice and receiving the teachings, has controlled his actions by holding on to his vows,